Hello, everybody. Good evening. Bonsoir. It depends which part of the country or the world that you guys are watching us from. This is Coach Jeanine. I'm so excited coming from you from Umoja Global Network. Hello, everybody. I know it's been a minute, but I'm so excited tonight to be able to come on. And because it's a special one, you guys know that I usually come on Sunday, but it's a very special one because I always hear you guys whenever you want something. And many of you have been asking me about sponsorship. So today is the day that we're going to have an amazing conversation, amazing show today. So I have two special guests. I have my co-host, Coach Tina. Hello, Coach Tina.
Hello.
And then we have Dr. Lori Mans. Guys, help me to welcome these wonderful two ladies tonight. And then so I want you to share this link, please, and share this show so many people can be able to join us tonight. Then you take your pen and your pencil, so you're gonna be writing because we're bringing every time some nuggets for you guys so you can be able to implement in your business. I'm also gonna just welcome our French viewer so they can be able to join us tonight again. Bonsoir, c'est Coach Janine. Ce soir, je suis vraiment dans la joie d'être encore ici avec deux guests. Ils sont là aussi pour comprendre et puis parler de sponsorship. On a Coach Tina et puis aussi Dr. Laurie. C'est quelqu'un avec qui on a commencé à travailler depuis un moment. Donc, plusieurs d'entre vous m'ont toujours posé des questions par rapport au sponsorship. Donc, aujourd'hui, nous sommes là pour parler de ça. So, n'hésitez pas en tout cas, partagez ce lien. Comme ça, vous allez nous suivre et puis, attendez à la fin, vous allez poser vos questions. Comme ça, vous pouvez prendre note lorsque Dr. Laurie est en train de parler de sponsorship. Merci beaucoup d'être là et partager avec tout le monde. Thank you, guys. I'm so excited for tonight. And Coach Tina, do you have anything in the opening for our
Uh,
viewers?
yes, I just welcome them to the show and hope they enjoy it. Make sure you take that pen out and write.
That's right, because whenever we come here, we always come, to drop you some nuggets so we can be able to help you not only to go global like we always do, but also making sure that we help you to implement your everyday practice in your business. Remember, that's something that we want you to remember. So we have some a few words for our special guest today, Dr. Laurie. But before we started, let us give Dr. Laurie a few minutes to introduce herself because if I read her bio, we're gonna be here until tomorrow. She has so many experience, guys. So I would like, in few words, if she can just introduce herself and talk to us, especially a little bit about her journey as a businesswoman, as a business leader, business mentor. She has so many hats, guys, that she can be able to talk to us about, and also she can talk about how you can be able directly to work with her when it comes about sponsorship. Hello, Dr. Laurie.
Hello, Coach Jeanine. Thank you so much for having me. Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Lori A. Mans, and I am a trailblazing business coach and strategist based in Atlanta, Georgia. I help purpose driven women entrepreneurs to get more dream clients, gain brand visibility, and grow their income and cash flow in record time. And that essentially means I just help you to grow and scale your business. And one of the ways that I do that is by teaching you how to master your sales and secure corporate sponsorships or local sponsorships to your area. And I became an entrepreneur after I had a long career in the media industry. I worked for a couple of radio stations throughout my career for about 20 years, and I sold radio advertising, but I also sold sponsorships for our events, for our digital assets, as well as for our athletic partners, which are all of the professional sports teams in the Atlanta area. And so I have a lot of sales experience, and that is direct sales experience. And if you've ever worked as a commission only sales representative, you know exactly what I mean. You don't get paid until you bring in the business. So I have that experience. And as an entrepreneur for the past 14 years, I have thoroughly enjoyed teaching entrepreneurs and consulting and coaching them on how to grow and scale their businesses. So I'm happy to be here. That's my short introduction.
Yes,
Yes, yes,
yes.
yes. That's actually it in itself. It's a whole loaded, guys. Like I told you, each person that we bring here, always making sure that they are always giving you some very good nuggets. So make sure you're taking note because you're gonna get a lot of good nuggets here. So we have a couple questions that we have as a tradition on our show. The first question for you, Dr. Lori, it's when you hear the word small business, what comes to mind?
Well, when I hear the word small business, I instantly think about free enterprise. And that essentially means that you have the opportunity to sell your products and services as a small business owner in exchange for monetary gain. So, as a small business, whatever you are selling, whether it be a product or a service, when it comes to selling that in America, it is just an opportunity of a lifetime. That's what I think small business is to be able to chart your own path as a business owner and grow and scale your business to whatever level you want to reach and take control of your own business trajectory. And so small business to me is, it could be micro or it could be macro, right? So you could be a small business that is making a couple $100,000 a year, or you could be making a couple $1,000,000 or multi-million dollars or more. So the sky is the limit when you're a small business owner. It's just about having a great and brilliant brand as well as a profitable business model.
Absolutely. Well, and our second word to you, it's network.
Network. Well, that is a word that is very, very important as you are building your business, because your network is something that can essentially propel you to success or keep you stuck and stagnant, right? So if you are the most successful person in your network, if you're the smartest person in your network, you really need to get a new network, because you really need to have some people in your circle who are where you want to be. They are further along than you, they are more successful than you, and they can pull you up and show you the ropes as to what they did to achieve the monumental success that they have. And then you also need some people who are where you are at the same level that you are, so that you can, collaborate with them and connect with them and build camaraderie with them. So you'll have somebody to go through this entrepreneurial journey with. And then you also need those people who are behind you. They haven't quite caught up to your level yet, but they could possibly help you by showing you, okay, well, here's some things that us new emerging entrepreneurs need, from people like you. If you're offering a product or service to new entrepreneurs or emerging entrepreneurs. So you want to be able to mentor them and help some people along the way, and also just see what's coming up with those people who are coming on the scene and they are new. So you have all of those people in your network, those who are above you, right beside you, and below you. Not necessarily below, but you know what I'm saying. They're not at the same level. So I think it's so important to network, because your network can refer business to you. That is really your unpaid sales force, right? So when you have a great network and people know what you do and how valuable you are, then they are able to refer business to you. Those referrals come from your network. It comes from your marketing. And so I'm happy to say that I have a strong referral base of people who send business to me because they know that I am a person of integrity and I do what I say I'm going to do, and I have an authentic brand. And so they know when they send business to me that the people that they're sending to me are going to get well taken care of. So it's very important to network, and it's whether you do it online or offline, right? So we have social media today. It's very important that you network online. Well, we also have networking events. It's very important that you network offline, because there's nothing like face-to-face interaction that will speed up that know, like, and trust factor. So I would say networking is essential in business. No matter what level you're at, no matter what income you're at, you definitely need to network.
Absolutely. Guys,
Yes.
I've met through Dr. Lori through my network. So I'm so glad that definitely that, our path just crossed. And this is something that, Coach Tina, she's going to be talking about that too more, because without network you can't really do much. You need your tribe, to be able to be your ambassador, for your business. So I'm glad we're talking about that tonight, and we're going to be talking about more about that for the events coming up on the 26th, which I'm very, very excited about that. Another word for you, Dr. Lori, it's integrity.
Well, one of my core values in business is integrity. And it's because I value people who have the core trait of integrity. And to me, it speaks to character, right? If you have a strong character, then that means you're someone with integrity and that you're someone who can be trusted. And I follow an author by the name of Stephen Covey, and he wrote the Seven Habits of Highly Successful People. And he also wrote a book called The Speed of Trust. And that book is all about how you can develop business relationships based on trust that really outweigh those business relationships based on paper relationships, right? Based on a contract. Not that we don't need contracts, we absolutely do. But I can tell you that I have dealt with people, and we started working together when we didn't even have the contract signed yet. And we were like, oh, wow, we got to sign the contract. Let's go ahead and get that taken care of. But we were already working together because we already trusted each other. And we already understood that what each of us was bringing to the table was valuable, and that it was going to benefit the both of us. And so we had that honor and respect. Like, I say I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, I do X, Y, and Z. You say you're going to do A, B, and C, you do A, B, and C. No deviation. And you are someone who can be trusted with the details, the small things, as well as the big things. And so integrity for me is about doing the right thing, even when no one is looking, and not having someone have to say to you, oh, well, what happened to this or what happened to that? Or, that is not integrity. It's integrity when you are a person of stature. And then if you don't, you know, follow through, you offer an explanation and an apology, right? That's integrity, because
Yes.
life happens,
Mhm.
things can go get in the way. But if you have integrity, you quickly say, oh, this is what happened. This was the scenario, and I apologize. Let me get right on that. That is integrity. And so it is very important to be a person of your word, because your reputation, when you have a brand, your reputation precedes you. It goes before you. People
Yes.
start talking about you before you ever
Mhm.
get in the room.
That's
And so
Mhm.
right.
you want to make sure that you have a brand and a business of integrity.
Absolutely. Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for this word. And Coach Tina, she has also some few questions for you, and then we're gonna continue.
Okay.
Before that, Coach Tina, I'm just gonna say hello to all the people who are joining us. Thank you so much, Coach K. Thank you, everybody who just signed in on Facebook and LinkedIn. Thank you so much, Selena. Coach Tina.
Okay. I wanted to ask you a question about how important it is to have structure in a business when we're start even trying to seek a sponsorship?
Oh, it is vital. So when you ask about structure in your business, it's so important because no corporation or even a locally owned company wants to work with someone who has a messy back end, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who doesn't have their business structure properly. You don't have your EIN number, you don't have your um, which is also the same as tax ID number.
Yeah.
You
Mm-hmm.
don't have your DUNS number. You're not registered. You don't have a license. If your state requires that you have a state license, you don't have that. These are the things that you have to have in place. Of course, you need a website today, and you just need to have some things in place so that they understand that you are a legitimate business, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you cannot come to the table saying, "Oh, we haven't, incorporated yet," or if you're a nonprofit, "Oh, we don't have our 501c3 designation from the IRS yet." "Oh, we don't have our LLC or our S corp yet." No, that's not acceptable. You have to have proper business structure, and you have to have certain things in place to prove that you are indeed a legitimate business.
Okay. I know we just talked about networking, and I'm a big hype on her networking, and because that's a lot of things. That's how I do a lot of my business. I network with a lot of people. So, and me and Coach Jeanine, we network all the time with other people. So, uh, how uh, how does the sponsorship work in towards networking? Like, when you're meeting people and to collaborate and get sponsorship that way. Does networking and helps in that way as well?
Oh, absolutely. Because when you think about it, if you've ever been to a professional organization event, right? So we have chamber events here in Georgia, and every state and every major area has a chamber of commerce, right? You also have women's organizations, you have men's organizations, you have sororities, fraternities,
Mm-hmm.
you have all of these professional, you have a speaking association, right? All of these types of associations. If you're a speaker, you have National Association of Speakers or the National Speakers Association. I think that's what it is. And
Mm-hmm.
then, you have your different professional organizations. Well, there are always corporate representatives at these meetings, conferences, lunches, and events. Well, if they are sponsoring those events, that should give you an indication that they are interested in participating and sponsoring events where small business owners and entrepreneurs are going to attend. And so, if you are there as an attendee, or if you are there as a vendor and you are able to meet and greet a representative from a company and network with them and give them your elevator pitch, then you are in there as far as making the first step, right? You are at least getting the introduction, right? You're at least getting the business card or the email address or the direct phone number to be able to connect with them further. And then that is how you open up the relationship, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then you find out if that person is not the person that you need to speak with, you can then ask them who it is that you do need to speak with. But what I teach in my sponsorship workshops is the different departments within a company or a corporation that do certain things, and they have different buckets of money that you need to understand how you can approach each department based upon what their goals are and what they have in terms of resources within the company, so you don't go to the wrong department asking for the wrong thing. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
Yeah.
when you're networking, it's very important to understand who that person is within the corporation or the company, and what their role is, so you can know how to approach them.
Okay. Sounds good. Uh, so like in Next one is collaboration over competition. So,
Yes.
so I want to know if you think that when you seeking sponsorship, that we should have uh, all our stuff in place prior to going to seek these sponsorships, like even at the networking events, or should we start a building relationship first, then seek sponsorship?
Well, that's really like a two-part question. So,
Mm-hmm.
one of the things that you need to do when you are trying to seek a sponsor is have an idea as to how you want to partner with them. That means you would have done some research with them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, on the one hand, you can go to them and say, here's what I'm able to do without a collaborative partner,
Mm-hmm.
right? But if I had a collaborative partner, here's the other scenario of what I would be able to do, right?
Yeah.
So you could bring a collaborative partner to the table. For example, let's say that you are I'm trying to think of a industry. Let's say that you are a woman that is a hairstylist. I can't think of anything.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but so let's just say you're a hairstylist and you also have a hair product line.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, you can go partner with a company that is in your local area and they have resources because they have a storefront, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You only have a one location as your salon,
Mm-hmm.
but you can maybe go partner with a retail location that sells hair supplies, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is locally owned. They sell extensions or they sell hair or whatever it is that they sell that women also need. Well, you can come together with that partner and create a joint venture partnership and then take it to the sponsor and say, hey, we know that you're interested in looking at women who have these characteristics and these demographics. And so because of that, we have come together and this is the, you know,
Proposal.
idea that we want to pitch you, the program that we want to pitch you, or the whatever that we want to pitch you. And you have already done your research about some of the things that they've already done. Well, you come together as a collaboration with another local partner, and then you present that to the sponsor to say, hey, well, together we are only able to do this because our pockets are limited, right? Our
Yeah. Uh-huh.
resources are
Yeah.
limited.
Mhm.
But if you, sponsor, came on board with us, we could do this.
Yes.
And then
Yes.
you can tell them and show
Mhm.
them how you could do more with them on board. And of course, you have to have all of this played out, written out on paper as
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
to what you are actually pitching because you can't go with half baked ideas. You have to
Mm-hmm.
go with the real concept to show
Yes.
them that you've done your research and your homework.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah. So you want to go?
Awesome. That was a good question. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Very, very good question for sure. Hello, Dr. Tammy. Hello, Dr. Tanya. Oh my goodness, my people are coming. Definitely make sure that you're writing, all the all the nuggets that Dr. Lori is coming, it's giving us tonight because again, this is something that many of you will be virtual about. We who are here in Dallas will get a chance to really experience hands-on. She's gonna be teaching us, Dr. Lori, on August 26th. So if you haven't really purchased your ticket yet, please do. And I definitely make sure that I'm gonna put the link so once we finish the show, so everybody can please don't wait at the last minute. I don't want you to say, Coach Jeanine, we don't have no more. It's the sale is closed. I don't want to hear that. Make sure you purchase now so we can be able to have you here in Dallas in person when she's gonna be giving us more even. So make sure that um you sign up. And also, if you don't know how to sign up, please be in contact with me or directly to Dr. Lori so she can be able, to answer any question that you have before you joining us on the 26th. And also other people who love, to join us but just can make it on the 26th because maybe it's a short time, you don't want to travel or you have already other commitments. We didn't forget about you. We have other opportunities, so you can be able to work closely with Dr. Laurie in September. So make sure you go to the website, and we're gonna make sure that you have the right link, because I want to make sure that you have the right link and you can be able to be in contact directly with the sponsorshipsalessecrets.com. Okay?
Yeah, Dr. Lori done
Sponsorship,
put it in the chat.
exactly. Sponsorshipsalessecrets.com.
Mhm.
Make sure that you're signing in for the 26th, or you can be able to join us virtually September, also in September, which I'm going to have the date very shortly. Dr. Larry, many people have been asking me about, well, Jeanine, I think I just don't know how to put it together, my deck. I don't know how to put it together, all the proposal stuff. Do you also offer those type of services for people who just started, but they know that they really need sponsorship? Do you also help them with that kind of service or no?
So what I do is I teach how to put together a sponsorship proposal. Do I do it for you? No, absolutely not. I teach you how to do it for yourself.
Yes.
Okay. And when you attend the workshop in Dallas on August 26th, um, that Saturday is from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. You can learn there. I'm going to go over everything that has to be in the sponsorship proposal, what it is, why you need to put it in there, and share with you that. But of course, I go into more detail on the 2 day conference that is going to be September 22nd and 23rd, which is Sponsorship Sales Secrets Live. That's the virtual one. But yes, I can show you what goes in it and why and how to formulate it and how to package it up. And I will tell you this, there are many people out there who will sell you a bill of goods and act like they know how to go get sponsorships for you.
Mhm, mhm.
And they will take your money and they will not get you any sponsorships.
That's right.
Okay.
That's true.
I've had it happen to some friends and some former clients before they hired me, right?
Yes. Hmm.
So they hired me to consult with them and coach them on how to go get them themselves.
Hmm.
Because here's the thing, you may say, oh, I don't have the time. Well, I promise you, you have the time
Yes.
because you don't have the money to waste either,
All right.
Right.
right? So either you got
Yes.
the money or you got the time. And
Yes.
so if you learn how to do it, it's just like, certain things we go and get it done for us, right? So, if you have a toothache, you go to the dentist. If you
Hmm.
got a heart problem, you go to a cardiologist, you go to the emergency room. But there's some things that we can do for ourselves, right?
Mhm.
Some people learn, okay, I want to do my own hair, and they go study and figure out how to do their own hair to save them some money. But when they really want to be pampered, they go to the salon, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
So when you actually know how to sell sponsorship yourself, then if you really get to a level where you truly do not have the time to do it, you at least know what to look for when you do hire somebody, right?
Right.
You know whether or not you're being cheated, you know whether or not somebody is actually going about it the right way, and you know if they haven't made a certain number of calls and sent a certain number of emails and had a certain number of
Hmm.
meetings,
Hmm.
and they can't give you any progress report about what they've done, then you know it's not somebody you need to be paying. See, because sales is a relationship business, right? Sales is about relationships, and
Hmm.
people buy from those folks they already know, they already
Right.
like, and they already trust. So if you
Hmm.
think about it, if a company, even if that company is locally, I'm in Atlanta, even if it's a locally owned company and they have like 8, 9, 10 locations in the Atlanta metropolitan area, or in Dallas, where you are, Coach Jeanine. They have several locations there. Do you think that owner of the company who has hired a director of marketing or director of advertising or director of events has given them X number of dollars to just throw away? No, that person has to vet out
Mm-hmm.
all the different venues that they're going to
Right.
do events at. They have to vet out all the partners. They have to vet out all the programs. They have to vet out all the suppliers to make sure that they have actually chosen someone who's a viable partner, a trustworthy partner, and who
Right.
is going to utilize that money and be a great partner for them,
Mm-hmm.
right? So if you were the person that was in charge of spending that $1 million budget, would you hire you? Would you give you a sponsorship? So you have to think about it from that standpoint. That person, it's their job to spend that money in a very responsible way. So you have to sell them,
Mm-hmm.
right? And selling is not a bad word. It is business. And you have to approach it from a sales standpoint and always think about what's in it for them.
Right. Oh, see, I'm glad you say that, Dr. Larry. Always think about what is in it, for the sponsor too, because many people think that, oh, yeah, I'm gonna present my proposal, and they go on and on about really think about things that they have done and all. I mean, it's good, but don't really dwell only on that, because you're missing a big point of really showing the progress or even the transformation of your clients. That's what you should focusing on, right, Dr. Lori?
Exactly. It's you're gonna focus on how are you impacting, transforming, changing, helping, serving. How are you impacting people? What are you doing for the target audience? How are you doing it? And what's the difference that you've made in those people's lives? Why do they want to buy from you? Why should they show up? And what value is that going to be for the sponsor?
Yes.
That's a very good. I'm glad you mentioned that, guys. I hope you're taking notes. So there's no excuses. If you are here in town in Dallas, please join us on August 26th. And if you're not here, we did not forget about you. Please make sure you sign up for September 23rd and 24th. Make
22nd and 23rd.
22nd and 23rd. Sorry, it's a weekend. The 22nd and 23rd online. That means you can be able to join Dr. Lori, and we're all gonna be there, because we make sure that all of you guys are coming, because you've been asking about sponsorship since, like, so many years. And I'm glad that I always make sure to do my research, do my homework to bring you the right people for your business. So I will really make sure that you have this replay again, listen to it, reach out to Dr. Lori, please, because she's the right person for your business, because you have conference coming up, you have projects coming up. Don't wait until, even right now, I have people already they start thinking about the events in 2024. Guess what? You need to contact Dr. Lori for that, because she's the right person who can really kind of guide you, for your event for next year. You start preparing now. She's not gonna do it for you, but she will really kind of give you the guidance, so you can have the right tools and strategy for that. Okay. So thank you again so much, Dr. Lori. I'm always, enjoying having you. And even in your classes, I've been taking a lot of notes since last year. Guys, she's really a teacher. She's hands-on. So I'm glad that we kept in touch, networking. And I'm so glad that I'm going to be with a chance to see her and to be with her, in less than the 2 weeks that we're going to be together. So make sure you contact me if you don't remember how to sign up again, so we can be able to point into the right direction. Guys, it's very affordable, and this is something that I'm going to make sure that I bring in people who can be able to have time to guide you, to give you really the tools that you need, so you can be able to have those transformation that we're talking about tonight. Okay. So, Dr. Lori, any last words before we wrap up for tonight?
Yeah, I just want to say that sponsorship is a game changer in the small business owner life, right? In the entrepreneurial journey. because you can instantly get credibility, you can get cash, and you can get connections by partnering with a sponsor. So the three C's:
Yeah.
credibility, cash, connections. And credibility means that you absolutely can say, hey, I worked with XYZ company. And if you are a small business owner or entrepreneur, micro business owner, and you've only been in business a couple of years and you get a sponsor like, a bank, if you're a financial advisor and you get, Wells Fargo or Bank of America as a sponsor, that gives you credibility, right? If you are a business coach like I am and you can say that you've partnered with banks, which I have. I've partnered with Fifth Third Bank. I've partnered with Wells Fargo. I've partnered with Staples. I've partnered with Office Depot and others. And I've partnered with local companies here in my area. And that gives me credibility because if they will partner with my company, that shows you that I have credibility as an entrepreneur. So the connections, what we were talking about earlier, networking, sponsors can give you connections and they can, speed up your network and the effectiveness of your network and the money power behind your network, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Have
Mm-hmm.
those powerful connections. And then, of course, cash flow. It's money that you don't have to pay back, right? So when you get those connections, credibility, and cash flow, that is nothing that can, you know, take the place of that as an entrepreneur on your small business journey. So that's why I would definitely say sponsorship is a revenue stream and a marketing strategy that you should definitely consider. And I would love to teach you more about the secret strategies and share my secrets with you. If you're in the Dallas area on Saturday, August the 26th, I will be there. Go to www.sponsorshipsalessecrets.com. That's sponsorshipsalessecrets.com. And I would love to see you there. And on September 22nd and 23rd, Sponsorship Sales Secrets Live is a 2-day seminar style mini conference where you can join from anywhere in the world. And you can also go to sponsorshipsalessecrets.com and register for that as well.
Guys, you
Okay.
have heard, from Dr. Lori. I don't want you to, make sure that, you contact me if you don't remember the date, and I can be able to give it to you. But also, guys, one thing that I know that for sure that all of us must really, reach out to Dr. Lori is because that money, the sponsors, you don't have to pay that back. Or it's free, guys. If you do the work, of course, then you can be able to get the sponsorship, right, Dr. Lori?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
So,
Awesome.
yeah, and my business website is qualitymediaconsultants.com. And for anyone who wants to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, I am Dr. Lori Mans. So that's IAMDR Lori, which is LORI, Mans, MANNS. I am Dr. Lori Mans.
Thank you so much, Dr. Lu. And then after this, guys, I'm gonna put all the links that she just mentioned. I'm gonna put, so you can be able to click, and please reach out to her, follow her. So that's really how you're gonna be able to get all your conferences and events coming up for 2024 secure by really making sure that you have the right tools to be able to go after the sponsorship. Okay, Coach Tina, do you want to say any last word for our viewers tonight?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that y'all need to sign up for this because this is gold. If
Yes.
you are really seeking to
Hmm.
have sponsorship for your events or your business, you need to contact Dr. Laura. You need to attend the events and do the work to get the sponsorships. Just
Yes.
do the work.
Absolutely, guys, do the work, and we will love for you to come back with testimony. We press report, like as we always say, so we can be able to make sure that the work that or the guests that we're bringing on, they are really blessing you in your business. So we want to make sure that we have that feedback, and if you need other speakers for come on, because this team actually since last year people have been asking me about sponsorship, but I take my time to do the research. I don't just bring anybody, but I make sure that this is the right people, that they're coming with the right information, like she said, Dr. Larry. So many people sometimes they promise you things, but that's not what they deliver. Delivering it another story. So I'm
Yes.
really glad that for me, I'm being blessed to be able to connect with the right people, and that's why you need to always ask the Holy Spirit to lead you to the right people, because many people did not have good experience, and I've heard so many stories. But to me, I always take my time to ask the Holy Spirit to be there and to walk with me, because he's the biggest CEO that we have to really be accountable to. Okay, making sure that you have people integrity. That's what all these 5 words that we ask Dr. I think she walked by that. She's make sure that for many years that when you read her bio, you can definitely see the work that she has put in. That's what we're inviting you to start your journey. It's not too late, even though you've been in business for many years. This is the right time for you to learn the right tools so you can be able to get sponsorship. So I hope you guys gonna join us if you are here in Dallas, or you can even fly. Guys, you still have a few days to book. Make sure you join us for an amazing, amazing transformation that we're going to have here in Dallas, uh, August 26th, and also online in September 22nd and 23rd, 10 to 2 p.m., guys. We're going to have a couple hours with her. So make sure that you sign up. I don't want you to sign up for the last time or the last minute. That's not what we want. We want you to be right there, ready to be able to learn those tools, okay? We love you guys. Thank you again for everybody. Merci beaucoup encore de se joindre ce soir à nous. On était avec Dr. Laurie, avec Coach Tina qui était là. On a
Thank you,
parlé de
Dr. Lori.
sponsorship.
Thank
Et
you.
j'aimerais vraiment que tu puisses sign up, que tu puisses prendre le temps de partir dans son website, que ce soit tous les liens qu'elle a donnés aujourd'hui. Même si tu as oublié, si tu peux juste me contacter, je pourrais maintenant te donner tous les coordonnées de Dr. Lurie et puis avec Coach Tina, comme ça, tu auras les coordonnées. Si tu es à Dallas, je vais te donner aussi toutes les coordonnées qu'il faut afin de venir et se joindre à nous ce samedi. Et puis aussi le 23 septembre, que nous serons, ça sera en ligne. Donc, tu pourras aussi poser toutes les questions que tu as par rapport au sponsorship. Et puis, tu pourras aussi travailler avec elle directement. Merci beaucoup encore pour ce soir. Et n'oublie pas de partager ce lien. Thank you, guys.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Lori. Thank you, Coach Jeanine.
Absolutely. It was a
Thank you,
pleasure, guys.
Tina.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
And Dr.
Thank you,
Mary, she
Coach Jeanine.
definitely will bless us again, because we want to make sure before September 22nd, we will ask her again to come back just to refresh our memory again. So you guys can get another chance to see her again. So because we just want to work with her. We love her so much. Thank you again, guys.
We love you
See
too.
you.
Take care. See you
Bye
soon.
bye.
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 Thank you, Coach Jeanine.
Thanks.